Hey guys, it's your boy, Sokka. And we got Subnautica 2, a game I didn't really think was going to happen. A game that is the successor to the very popular, beloved Subnautica 1, and also kind of a continuation, not a continuation, but you know, there's also Below Zero, but Below Zero was pretty mid. But anyway, we're here. The game's in early access. I've heard it's well put together. It's not just some dingy alpha. And I'm all for it. So let's jump into it. Yeah, I literally just started it earlier one time. And then I was like, you know what? I want to record this. So I have no idea what's going on. We got survival, creative. Nah, I'm not playing bitch mode. We're playing survival. There's also multiplayer in this game. Also, I'm not really feeling too hot. So, if you hear some stop up nose or sniffles, I'll try to edit them out. But yeah, the flight to the desert world Zero will last 14 years. It's a one-way trip. When you awaken, your new life begins. Desert planet. With water, we get to pick a character, a pioneer. We can customize. How do I? Okay. Okay, give me the red and blue suit. With Altera, additional options coming soon. Okay.
Body print complete. PDA implant reset to factory settings.
Factory? What? Am I a robot? No, if I was a robot, I wouldn't have oxygen. That doesn't make sense.
Warning. Atmospheric pressure above human maximum. Projected lifespan 13 minutes. Adaptation required.
I cannot read shit. This is small as fuck. So we can have adaptations. We get all of this stuff. PDA, logs. You know what? Let's just try to get, you know, not choking.
You're the QI. Your life is my job. My job is your life. I wish I could make full introductions, but courtesies must wait. We are both going to die if we stay here. There's another Noah node in the life pod outside. Get me there and I can get us both to safety. You are burning in slow motion. Under 60 atmospheres of pressure, oxygen becomes a neurotoxin. Nitrogen bubbles saturate your flesh and pry your joints apart. I've opened the door to the adaptation chamber. Your printed body can borrow tricks from indigenous life. You'll feel better. You'll be better. The last pioneer didn't make it to the life pod. I'm activating their black box signal. You will make it. That's why you're the QI.
User death imminent. Proceed to adaptation.
Okay, so we got printed. We have a printed body. We're under 60 entire atmospheres of oxygen. But we're gonna die.
Your body can adapt survival traits from a Zezuran rat. Proceed to the sampling pavilion. Gene donor found. You must adapt alien traits to survive.
Oh, this wasn't in the first game. Or the second. Oh, this is the second, but you know, the standalone story from the other one.
Vital signs stabilizing. Congratulations. This orb is now your relative.
Oh. Hey, cousin. Okay. So, what's that? I guess that's a flare. I don't know what the fucking controls are. Well, first things first. I really, I cannot see. I cannot read this. Whoa. That's cool. Large. Large and in charge, please. And up the UI scale just like to 70. Okay, that is substantially, hopefully better. Hopefully. Okay, let's see. I can't take any more of these. I don't know how to cycle through my inventory slots, though.
Scanning for necessary adaptation. Clear for work.
So the last dude literally couldn't even make it to that little orb. That's not a good sound. An amphora sponge. Oh, I can ping. Okay. How do I pull up? Well, I guess I don't have a scanner. These look like EPA suits. I mean, I don't know if that's the right word. We can swim in these.
Barometric depth gauge activated. A serious accident has occurred. Your sleep bay has been separated from the cicada.
Whoa.
You must reach the surface and send a distress call.
Whoa. Whoa.
There are no other life pods in inventory. Unless you can return with rescue, hundreds of stored colonists will remain trapped here.
Oh. Whoa. No power. Alright, let's upload this dude. We're the QI.
My full name is Noetic Advisor Node, ISV CIDS-B3. Between us, I prefer Noah. You are the QI, the qualified investigator. Wear it with pride. We have made violent planetfall. I don't know the status of the pioneer colonists, the cicada, or the 40,000 souls stored in its quartz memory. I am just one Noah node. I print and support the colonists stored in Sleep Bay 3. But if things go wrong, I am authorized to print a QI or two for troubleshooting. If we're going to complete the mission to build a human future on this world, you will have to lead the way. Are you ready to begin?
Yeah.
I can't release the life pod. The clamps have corroded shut. The tyranny of matter. You'll have to swim out and release them manually. They're on the back of the pod, outside the passenger window. Mind your breath.
No, I wanted to get in the ocean and just take a big fat gulp.
I can't release the life pod. The clamps have...
So, we're the QI. Reprint point. Customize the Pioneer. So, what does it mean when they say print? What are we? So we're already underwater. We're one of many colonists. But there's 60,000 below.
Print terminated by barotrauma.
They drowned. Well, barotrauma is barometric. Interesting word.
Oxygen.
Yes, of course. Mind your breath. See, this was what made the first game so good, was this constant threat of just suffocating and dying. It was always a problem. Okay. Number 2. Okay.
Prepare for launch.
I'm sorry, what? We're going deeper. We're going deeper. Oh my god. Can you guys use a depth, like a sensor on top of the thing so I don't keep it slamming into the top? We're still in the air. Oh, Jesus. Unknown Worlds presents.
Wake up. Starnav does not recognize the sky.
Oh, great.
Titan-class biosignature on the horizon.
Subnautica 2. That's a big-ass tree.
Zazura, pioneer.
What? So I missed some stuff I could scan. You gonna show me how to scan, or do I have to make a scanner? Okay. Let's see what we can make. An air tank, fins, multi-fuel, scanner. This is how we make it. Bladder. That's a little emergency helper. We can make water with a water slug. We can make basic first aid and a distraction flare. Survival guide.
This isn't Zazura.
Ned's
I
declassified.
thought you should discover that for yourself, investigator. There should be a colony waiting for us. Your fellow pioneers, my fellow Noah nodes, working together to break ground for those who still sleep. Instead, silence. Not even the cicada answers. We are alone. I've sent your PDA the standard survival guide. While you pioneer the area and fabricate your tools, I'll apply myself to the life pod sensors.
Cool.
This isn't.
What about the columns?
I printed 26 colonists before the sleep bay drowned. Many of them more than once. This is my purpose. To reincarnate you from digital storage, support your work, and if necessary, reverse your death. If I lose track of my colonists, I am empowered to send a qualified investigator to track them down. Do this for me, and I can offer you hazard pay. Credit against your contract debt. Risk code, Sierra Ordinal Warrant 2. I am already searching for the black boxes of the missing colonists. Stand by for search locations. Downloading colony manifests to your PDA.
Print. So,
I printed 26 colonists.
skip.
This is.
Okay. So, digital storage. Okay, we got some food. Basic first aid. So, digital storage, meaning that we are an organic body printed.
Colony is your best chance of survival. A prolonged search will require food and water.
Ow. Shit. So,
This
that's...
organism filters brine into drinkable fresh water. This may be an adaptation to the seawater's anomalously high viral load.
Okay. So, flashlight, need to scan that.
Oxygen.
So water. So water has a bunch of virals.
Genetic adaptations in this region, tracking a bloom of viral activity at the same source. Investigate with caution.
So our bodies are printed and we're digitally stored. So us, our personality, our being is stored digitally. And then we get printed as people.
Habitats. Titanium is an ideal
So,
structural material.
Like, have you ever played
Copper is key
What's the name of that game? Soma.
Bacterial action creates copper on cave roofs and overhangs.
It reminds me of Soma in that regard. Because in that game, you're copied, your consciousness is copied, but then you're given a robot body. Or, those of you who are Destiny fans, Destiny 2 and the Amuna, you know, they digitally upload themselves to the cloud. Pretty cool. So we need to make a scanner.
The Noetic advisor has transmitted an alert.
Quartz?
Notice the intrusive and persistent HUD icon. Return to the life pod at your convenience. Remember that you are in command of the mission.
Okay.
I'm monitoring noxiously elevated viral loads in the seawater. Heavy metal assays detect bone-blistering levels of cadmium, lead, and chromium. This planet is already killing you. We have to know if the life pod biobed can help. Find a convenient way to die. Your black box will phase your mind to the biobed. I'll print you in a new body. You can return to your point of exit to retrieve dropped items. Regular reprinting may help slow down environmental contamination. It's not a long-term solution, but for now, we have to triage.
Crazy.
Standing by to reprint you.
So I have to go die on purpose, then I get another body, and then I spawn here because the planet is killing me all the time. Fantastic. I love having to deal with stuff that kills me. That's why I work where I work, so I can be stressed all the fucking time. Okay, so right now I need to make a scanner. So I'm just gonna keep
This quartz contains
breaking
dead
stuff.
coral polyps. It may have formed on or near oxygen.
Okay, I'm gonna go as close to the pod as possible so when I drown, I can just spawn back right here and then drop down.
Reprint complete.
Okay, you get a good amount of time to kind of make it back.
Incompatible with life. Your
That's
brain
funny.
state has been restored to a new body. Some colonists prefer to return to the accident site to retrieve lost items and verify their last print exited cleanly.
That's a way to
Consult
put
your
it.
data bank for emotional and philosophical support. Death
Bro.
is certain for the born and rebirth inevitable for the dead. You should not, therefore, grieve the inevitable.
Okay. Are you happy? I died. We're not gonna talk about that. You had me die, and we're not even gonna talk about that. Okay. That's cool. I'm just traumatized. It's fine. So, when you die, you get a little marker, your black box. You can open it, and you can get everything. And then it disappears. Okay. That's a lot cleaner than a Minecraft death. I'll tell you that. That's pretty cool. Okay. So now I want to make a scanner, but I need to make a battery. And I can't make a battery without copper and an acidic ryon pouch. I need an acidic ryon pouch. Okay, let's go ahead then, and I'm assuming that's not something I craft. No, doesn't look like it. Alright, let's make the tool. Survival multi-tool.
Of all the equipment available to TSF frontiersmen, only this demilitarized switch axe is approved for colonial fabrication. In
Okay.
untrained hands, firearms are primarily used to harm other colonists.
Yeah.
Or the self.
So now we have a tool. A mouse tool. Okay. So let's see what's going on. I need an acidic pouch thing. Need to make a scanner. And the fish want to swim away from me. How uncool is that? Alright, I'm back. So I really am getting tired of hearing that sound. I don't know what it is. Must be that. Ow. That was rude. Oh, here we go.
Used to make basic chemical batteries. The portable locker can be hand carried or attached to a hard point.
Ow.
Avoid workplace friction. Oxygen. Co-workers perform within their stash.
Cool. So now we have a chest. That's pretty cool. What's in it? Nothing. But the chest floats. Nice. Anyway, let's see what I can do here. Now that I have that Ryon pouch, I need copper. Alright, let's find some copper. You know, I hate how pharmacies work. I got what I think is like a sinus infection, right? I go to the doc, have to wait around there to basically be told, yeah, you're probably right. So, how do you want to do this? You want a steroid? You want antibiotics? I was like, yeah, just do the antibiotics, whatever. Okay, we'll fill them out to your pharmacy. And that was like at the beginning of the day. I got called and told, hey, one of them is ready. But then the other one, the main one, the actual antibiotic, the thing I really need, they didn't have ready. So I'm calling, having to fight with the stupid clanker robot voice. Then they finally connect me and they're like, okay, I can go ahead and fill it, but it's like 10 minutes to close. So you can come get it tomorrow. And I'm like, so why the fuck could y'all not have filled it sooner? Y'all have had all damn day to fill this shit. My other one was ready. It didn't take you that long to fill the other one. And it didn't take you that long to fill it this one. All you needed to do was have me call. So why the hell didn't you just fill it? If it was that easy, what? Are you telling me you had other scripts that got submitted before literally the start of the morning? And that many to the point where after almost 8 hours that y'all couldn't have filled it in that time? The fuck? So yeah, little rant about pharmacies and stuff, because it's like, dude, I went to the doctor and spent extra money to go to an urgent care today so I could have the medicine today.
Riley Robinson used a field scanner to outwit teleporting alien cyborgs and treat his Kara infection. Behavioral economists still debate why Riley abandoned a lucrative motivational speaking career to return to frontier life.
Okay, that was a nice little mention of the last protagonist. That's funny. Do that Metroid Prime scan everything, baby. I need to know it all. I need food. Thank you. Digestive incompatibility, you don't say. In other words, you need to cook this shit. Okay. But yeah, it's like, dude, I went to the pharmacy so I could get my shit filled today so I could stop feeling like ass sooner. And y'all couldn't fill the script for an entire, like, during an entire workday? Huh? That's crazy. Then I called another pharmacy to be like, hey, because that pharmacy's open later. I'm like, hey, so, this pharmacy literally just filled this, but they're not gonna be done. Can I, like, maybe just get y'all to pull it? Or, like, give me a single pill? And they're like, nah, bro, they already filled it, so technically no. We need an entire other script from the doctor before we can make a thing, since they filled it. And I'm like, oh great, that's fantastic. So I'm SOL till tomorrow. I am so happy about that. All that for something that works itself out in a week. If you just wait it out, probably. I'm just like, god damn it. Okay. So, now that we have the scanner, we can scan the flashlight, because it's dark as shit. Where was that crate that had that? It goes down here. So far, I'm loving the style of the game. Temperature isn't a factor. Temperature was such an unbelievably just weak thing. It barely mattered in that game, and then, like, when it did, it was just a waste. It was just bothersome. Ow, ow, ow.
Naming rights may be auctioned off or reserved as a gift for that special someone in your future.
Okay. Let me continue to take damage because I pulled the sack. Pause.
Oxygen.
So, the thing that I liked, the very first Subnautica that I played was not the first one. The first one that I played was actually the second, the little story, you know? And, I was like, huh. I played it, and it wasn't bad, but the story had me lacking, you know? So I was like, okay, the story was so weird, and I was just like, that's interesting. So we got, we came here because we thought our sister died in a malicious way and that Altera was covering it up. And then, no, it actually turns out that that she did die, as Altera said, because she, was being dumb. It's like, cool. So why the fuck did we come here then? You know, that was kind of a waste. And then, you know, the whole alien story was the main story then, or it became the main story. And I really gotta say, like, everything in that game felt claustrophobic. It felt incredibly cramped and tight. And, like, the sea truck wasn't bad. I liked all the modules that you could add. I thought that was a very cool aspect of the game. But it was just, like, so slow when you got them all together. The base building was fine. I liked the cool color palette. But, bro, the outdoor sections where you actually had to go outside. So it still says digestive incompatibility. So what? I need a mutation before I can eat the fish? That kind of sucks, you know? This says medical? Medical gel sac increases 10 health. Okay. So, let me eat that. But my problem with the game was pretty much just like, hey, you know, it wasn't like super duper special. The story was really weak. I liked the colors, but that was kind of, you know, I liked the fauna. There was good music. But other than that, it was like, it just felt like something was missing. Then I played the first game, and I was like, holy cow, what did they do?
There is no sign of plant life on this world. This waxy fiber is closer to vinyl or latex and cellulose.
Oh, I can use this to make rubber.
Vegetarians should expect bloating.
That's funny. Committed vegetarians. Give me that O2, baby. Do it. Do it.
Oxygen.
Do it. Do it. Okay. But yeah, I was just like, that's really kind of lame. You know what I'm saying? I was like, that's lame. How is my inventory full? The kelp must be fucking huge. But I was like, man, that was weak. You know? Y'all made the first game, and the first game had compelling story. It had mystery. It had more amazing... The environments felt cooler. I can make oily salad. That's fantastic. I can make glass, fiber. Let's craft like 2 more things before we end this. Standard and tank requires silver and rubber. And then I can just make a basic fins with rubber and fiber. So I can make fiber. I need Lucifer rot sack. Okay. But like my main problem was just like, it felt like the game was just plagued by like a directional split. And apparently the story was better in the earlier versions of the game until they changed it. So that makes me curious as to why they changed it. I think they had development issues. But then we get to the second game, you know, the first game, the OG. That game was amazing. I loved every part of it. I loved the Cyclops, bro. The Cyclops was my favorite part of that game. It was so cool. You just had this entire submarine that you could turn into a mobile base, which you just could not do with the sea truck. But you know, what I also liked, the game required you to make the Cyclops to progress through the game. Like, it actually required you to make it. You didn't have to use it, but you had to use the crafting module to make the way to escape. You know, and that felt a lot better. You know, Riley just said, oh, I'm going to go to this planet to find out why my sister died and how Altera is evil and how they are covering it up. But I don't have a plan for how I get back home. You know? It just felt so stupid. But meeting... You know what? I'm not going to give away too much more of the story. For people who are interested in this, who are watching maybe for some reason, and want to see the second one, I don't want to give it away. So for some reason, even though I scanned the flashlight, I can't make another flashlight. Right, that's right. I needed to scan multiple of the things in the first game to be able to make stuff in the second game. So maybe that's what I need to do. So we're just going to fill up these lockers while I have these resources and try to find more stuff. But I do want to go over here before I end the episode. We're going to check this area out. But, you know, that's not to say like Below Zero was a bad game. There were a lot of like quality of life improvements that were better than the first game, but it was still like, it was just lacking. It was missing something. That was my biggest complaint. It just felt like it was lacking stuff, and it was, ultimately. But man, this game looks like something else. So we know that people lived here. Oh look, there's a little oxygen plant down here. So I need a battery to power it. I do need to power that though. Okay, let's craft a battery and I'll be right back. Okay, let's put in the
All
battery.
systems online. Power connected.
Welcome back, Pioneer. I'm Sophie Boucher, Kurultai surgeon. By now you know we're not on the Zora. We call this planet Proteus. We don't know when rescue will find us. For the sake of all our sleeping friends, we have to learn how to survive. Naima?
Hey, fellow death slave. I'm Naima Nakota, ecologist. Take a sip of seawater. Notice that sweet blood taste under the salt? That's a toxic dose of heavy metals. Nobody survived past 3 months. Beautiful place to die over and over again.
But don't let that beauty seduce you, Pioneer. Exposure to Proteus causes a delusion we call Maysfield syndrome. The call of the sea. People may tell you it's a gift. Ignore them. You remember what Kara did to our homes. You know we can't trust alien biology. We've set up a lab here with a few basic biomods. They're safe. But if you start to hear voices, or if you get the urge to swim to the tree, don't go. Habitat is due north. We'll come pick you up. See you soon, Pioneer.
Okay. Don't go to the big tree. So obviously at some point we're going to the big tree. Okay, what do you gotta say, big old robot, little other Noah?
I'm in. Having a look around. This structure was connected to Sleep Bay 3 until the bay suddenly moved. Picked up and hurled a full fathom into the deep, with you and I aboard. 20,000 hours earlier, a hard line leading to a habitat complex in the north was deliberately cut. Why? And if I am not mistaken, and I never am, this node was killed by an explosion below the structure. More mysteries for the qualified investigator. I've retrieved 2 messages. I think you should review them. I remember Sophie very fondly.
Welcome back, Pioneer. I'm Sophie Boucher, Kurultai surgeon.
I already heard that one.
You'll want to visit the biolab near the entrance and install a passive and active biomod.
Okay. Let's do this and then we'll be done. We can get Dash or Pathfinder. That's it? Sea Skimmer. Okay. Let's do this one. Oh, so it's just that simple. We unlocked it. Now we can dash. And the cooldown's at the top. That's pretty cool. And then we have a habitat builder, which means we can get in the base building.
Power supply will unlock new fabricator recipes, but the added mass would sink your life pod.
Yeah.
Standalone habitat is the next step on your mission.
Well, I suppose we'll get started with that step on the next one. Hopefully on the next one I'll feel better, unless I just continue this session. We'll see what happens. I'll see you guys then.
Oxygen